Good morning. I'm glad that you're here. Well, it was a cold, chilly night last night. It got under 40 degrees. When me and Donald was standing out on the back deck this morning, we could see our breath in the air. That's how cold it was. Well, Donald has gone on to work, and I'm going to make a cup of tea this morning. I'm going to make the Irish breakfast tea. Now, I have plenty of black English breakfast tea, but I've not really had the Irish tea, and it smells really good. So I smell the black tea in there. It's Harney & Sons. Let me see what exactly is in this tea. It may just be plain black tea. Ingredients: black tea. Yep, so there's nothing else in here but just plain black tea. You can see right there on the ingredients. So I am going to go ahead and have some of that this morning. And it's a pretty green container. So it's bold black tea. Well, I love black tea, and we can handle bold this morning. I got it in my cup. Let me get some water in here this morning, and I'm going to add honey. I'm going to use the wildflower honey. Let this steep for a few minutes, and then we'll be enjoying a delicious cup of honey and Irish black tea. Yeah, it is cold here this morning. It's chilly. It's supposed to warm up later today, but it got down below 40 last night, so it was really cold. Now, I do not have my plants in the ground. I do not have my flowers planted, my seeds out there, or anything. And this is why. Because this is the 12th of May. Here we are in almost the middle of the May, and we're still getting rain. Well, not complaining so much about the rain, because we need the rain, but when it's cold and it rains, it's cold. Well, I've got my tea here. Let me add a little bit of honey to it, and then I'll show you what I got for Mother's Day. I usually have a little honey stick for this, but I'm just going to go ahead and use my spoon, the one I've already got out here. Make the tea. I was going to show you some of the things that I got. I usually don't have anything in my tea, but today I want a little bit of honey. Oh. I got pretty things for Mother's Day. My daughter got me these beautiful flowers that I just love, and she got them because of this. She thought I'd really like this, and I did. I thought it was all so pretty. Got them in a big vase, big old beautiful bundle of flowers. Very, very pretty. My oldest son got me this. It's a Northern Lights candle. He's an artist, and he has unusual things in mind for Mother's Day. Whoop. Let me move some of this. But he got this Northern Lights candle, candle holder, and it says, these beautiful mouth-blown glass baubles and candle holders are hand-painted on the inside. The artist uses a special brush with a 90-degree angle. The motives are carefully drawn before the details are added, one color at a time, layer by layer. The entire process may take up to 2 days, and the result is a unique collectible item, mouth-blown glass with hand-painted decoration. So, this is the Northern Lights one, and I thought, well, we got to see what that looks like. So I got the candle here. We'll put that in and light it, and we'll see what that looks like this morning. Now, it's not dark in here, so it's not going to... I guess I can take it in there in the dark so that it shines. And we'll see what it looks like in the complete darkness. It's extremely light. It feels kind of like a Christmas bulb. That's how light it is. And so all this color you see is painted in reverse onto a hand-blown bulb. It's painted from the inside, and it's looks like kind of the Aurora Borealis lights. Aurora Borealis, and here's the stars. So it's pretty. It's a really pretty hand-blown, handmade, artistic candle holder. Let's cut it off and see how it looks in the dark. Oh, looks like trees. And the moon. See the moon and the trees and the Aurora Borealis. That's really pretty. Wow. I like that. This is the first time I've lit it, It was in a box. Really pretty. Now it's back in here in the light. You don't really notice the candle as much, but the bottom is open. So it's like, and it's painted from, the artist painted inside of the candle holder in reverse. So that makes that thing even more amazing. Well, I'm going to let it burn for a little bit. I've got to be really careful with that. It's extremely delicate. It's a delicate collectible piece, an artistic piece, and I really like it. I'm going to keep the box and store it in that to make sure it doesn't get broken and enjoy it. I enjoy that. That was very thoughtful, very sweet. Right here is a prayer box. I got this prayer box, and it's you just open it and write your prayers out. These are prayers that you're praying for, and these are answered prayers. So that is really interesting. I thought that was pretty, and I liked it. And it was the Masterpiece Collection. But it's pretty, it's nice, and it's pretty. I really like it. So that's a little prayer box, answered and unanswered prayers that you store in there. So I got a lot of really pretty stuff. I was really happy with it. Now, Donald gave me the opportunity to go to Home Depot and get some of the things that I needed. And so I got a couple of cans of spray paint, and I got some take root and paint for my front door. So I'm going to do an outside makeover, and we'll be doing some things to spruce up outside. And so I got these, and I got a few other things. And of course, he did take me out to eat, and this may seem like a funny Mother's Day present, but I love practical things. I'm a practical person. They all make the joke about you get a vacuum cleaner for Valentine's Day or anniversary. That would not bother me a bit. That would be amazing for me. I'm not one that's put off by practical things because I'm always doing projects and I'm always needing, and it really adds up. But Home Depot had the Take Root. I need some new of this. And good Rust-Oleum paint. And see, I didn't have to have this mixed. This is apple red, so it was exactly what I needed. Now you know a clue of what color my front door is going to be. And then the spray paint. So I was looking for this Water Aid. Could not find it at Home Depot, but I did order some off of Amazon. It's not quite this brand, but it's a different brand because I'll be planting my hanging baskets soon. And that's something that we have to have when we plant the hanging baskets because it gets really hot and dry here. Things dry out easy. Sometimes last year I think it got up to 104 degrees during the hot summer. So putting that Water Aid in those hanging baskets helps them to keep from drying out. Hopefully my throat is a little scratchy this morning. You probably hear it. Good, really good. I'm going to enjoy that this morning. It's going to get me going with a little burst of caffeine. It tells you how much caffeine it's got in here. Let me just look and see how much caffeine I'm drinking. Our Irish breakfast is 100% Assam tea, like most traditional Irish teas. Caffeine 40 to 60 milligrams per tea bag. Yeah, so that's a soft jolt of caffeine this morning in a healthy way. I'll get the L-theanines and a little bit of caffeine, and I'll get myself going this morning. It seems like there is so much to do. I had a wonderful Mother's Day. It really was. We went out to eat, and then the kids came, and we just enjoyed Mother's Day. I did. All of us did, I think. I've got so many projects going on here at the house. You've probably noticed, I really am having to pull myself in together and make a list. I've got to knock some of these things out. It just seems like there's a lot going on. And there's some things I can tell you about, and there's some things that I can't tell you about because they're personal to my family members. But I'm a part of them. I have to be a caregiver during the time, and I have to make myself available to help them. So that means it interferes with some of my projects and some of my things that I want to get done around here. And that's okay because that's real life. Hitting the spot this morning. That is really good. That Irish breakfast tea is really good. And it's bold black tea, Assam tea, but it's something about the flavor of it tastes so smooth. The English breakfast tea is a little, I don't know, it's delicious black tea too, but it's not as smooth as this Irish tea. This Irish breakfast tea's got it going on. I drink a lot of tea, so I feel like I'm getting a treat this morning. It's so good. Well, it was very, very cold last night, and Donald and I, we could see our breath this morning as we stepped out as he was getting his coffee. He likes to step out on the back deck in the morning after he gets his coffee and just look around and get ready for his day. And as we spent those few minutes together this morning, we were like, he's like, I can see our breath. I can see your breath. So we were going, and we could see our breath, which is funny for May 12th, I think it is today. So here we are mid-May, having cold rains and having seeing our breath, having some really cool nights. Now, I haven't planted anything in the ground yet, and this is why. It's because if you get it in the ground at this temperature, you have to worry about it being too cold and it getting froze out a little bit, depending on how cold it does get, and how it'll just sit there. It's just stunning, especially tomatoes. If you get tomatoes in the ground too soon, they'll just sit there because they need warm heat. They like it hot. Tomatoes like it hot. So it hadn't been, we've had hot days. I mean, up in the 80s already. For several weeks, there was 80-degree days. And then we started having cooler nights. And then here we are in the middle of May with more cold nights. So that kind of is a little, it takes a toll on what you plant. We have a really long growing season. This is zone 7B. They have changed our zoning. They've changed zoning a little bit, but it's 7B. And I have a long growing season here. All of us, it's a long growing season. So I gave up several seasons ago the desire to hurry up and get something in the ground. And I gave that up because it didn't do me any, it wasn't any better if I got it in the ground earlier. It just meant that my peppers and tomatoes and those things that love heat just sat in the ground, and other things just didn't grow very much either because it wasn't warm. Some things even was too cold, and the cold got, it took them out. So what I'm trying to do is now just find the time every season that it feels like it's the right time to plant. Now I've got plenty of seeds and I'm really excited about them. I tell you, I've shared with you before those seed sets that I got from Amazon that had the group of seeds, and I've added some other seeds to my collection. And so I've got plenty of seeds. Donald had this box right there. A friend bought a fishing net, and he just kept the box and brought it home to me because he said it looked like something you would use, and he is right. Let me get this open. I've already shared these seeds and things that's with you in this little box. And these are some that I added to. They came with my Mother's Day gift that Donald gave me. He let me pick out these seeds. Now, all of that was about $126. He usually gets me flowers, but Jody got me flowers, and I would have had a whole room full of flowers if they both had bought me flowers. I sure am enjoying these pretty ones that Jody bought for me. But here we go. I just got some sage. You can't have too much sage. I really love it. I got some Early Fortune cucumbers seeds, some coleus, beautiful, easy to grow plant, just absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to try sunflowers this year. I've planted sunflowers before, but they took a tremendous amount of water. I would have to water these sunflowers 5 gallons a day at least to keep them the way they should be. But I got 2 kinds of sunflowers. I got cutting gold and moonshine. So there we go. This is lettuce, black-seeded Simpson, burpee bib. I got some thyme and some dark green zucchini, which I always get. I always get zucchini. I should save my own zucchini seeds. That's what I should do. But some of that's cold weather, and I won't plant into the cold. The lettuce I don't plant during the hot summer. It doesn't do any good. And, of course, I've got my old box of seeds here, so I've got plenty of seeds out, but I haven't planted any of them yet. I haven't even set out any plants. What is out in the garden is what I've had. This came back from last year. I'm going to blow this candle out, and we'll go out there and walk around and see what the weather's done. We won't leave that burning. Whoop, whoop. I'm not going to go and show you the seeds. We'll make that for another video. I've got some things that have to be done in here. Now, I don't know if I've shown you this or not, but the last time my friend and I went to Home Goods, it's been, I guess, last month, but I saw these. Isn't this beautiful? I saw these window panels, and I'm going to change my curtains in the kitchen. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these 2 window panels, but I absolutely fell in love with the print on these elegant birds and these flowers. And they had a shower curtain that looked pretty much the same in design. The birds and the pretty soft colors. It was $16.99, and I am going to put this shower curtain up today. I haven't changed the shower curtains since St. Patrick's Day. I was going to go in here and put a beautiful spring shower curtain. I have a William Morris shower curtain that is beautiful. I do love that William Morris shower curtain, but it had some brown in it, and it had you know, a lot of colors that once I started looking at it, it just looked more like fall. So this is just a backup that I have. It's a good old shower curtain. It's thick like a towel, and I just put it up when I don't know what I want to put up. But when I found this really pretty shower curtain there at, you know, I don't know if it was TJ. Well, let's look and see. We still got the tag on. I think it was, I believe it was Home Goods. It was Home Goods that I got this at. But these have been laying out for me to be changing them over, and I hadn't got it done. So I thought, I've got to knock this out. This, you know, it's time. I mean, time just flies that fast. It seems like to me it is. It's just flying by. So I'm going to go ahead and take this shower curtain out of this packaging. It'll take me just a minute. Okay, I got it out of the package. Look at those pretty, look at that pretty print. Just beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and take this old shower curtain down and put the new one up and show you what it looks like. That is very, very pretty, and it's very unusual from most of anything that I have. I don't have a shower curtain this pretty and this elegant. But it sure is pretty. I love the design and the colors. Now my towels don't coordinate with my shower curtains. I change the shower curtains a lot. Now I do try to coordinate them for seasons and for holidays and such, but other than that, no. I use the same towels all year long. They're mixed in there on this little shelf right here beside of the shower and bathtub. But I am really liking that. I think that is really pretty. I'll let you know what I do with these beautiful panels that's got the same flowers. Not the exact same design, but very similar, very pretty. I am not sure. I never use curtains, whole full curtains. And I've got some beautiful ones here in this living room. I never use curtains anymore like I used to, because we like to keep these windows clear. The cats jump up here. The kids like to see out right here. And we just don't put the curtains up like we used to. Now I just keep a valance up because it's pretty. It adds softness to the room. But I don't put a lot of curtains because the kids wanting to look out. The cats wanting to look out. I want more sun let in. So I'm not going to put them in here. I thought about buying 2 pair and putting them in here, but I knew that it wouldn't work for me. But whatever I decide to do with those curtains, I'll let you know. I'm going to slip my boots on real quick. We'll go out there and just look around the garden, you know, and see how things are looking after the cold morning. The sun's come out, and it says it's going to be a really hot day today. Well, that sure is pretty. That Queen Anne's lace. Look at that. My daughter got flowers with Queen Anne's lace, and look at all the flowers blooming. Everything's looking good. Doesn't look like the cold has affected the flowers very much. That's a good thing. Came out here just to check, make sure the cold hadn't bit back any of what was already out here. my little flowers are looking a little worse for wear over here. Let's see, these are just probably done for. They were some petunias, but they're looking pretty bad. These are right here, so probably won't be able to plant them. And this looks like a cold got it a little bit, but I can probably snip off some of the bad on that. And I need to go ahead and get these planted. It would be better for these plants to go ahead and be planted. So it looks like I just lost the one here. That happens when I want to get them out too soon. I'll set it out here in the sun. It'll help it. But see, that's how they look when it gets too cold for them. It just, they can't hold up to it. So no reason to put a lot out for that to keep happening. Well, there are plenty of exciting things coming up in the garden for both channels. I'm going to put more gardening material on the channel, my second channel, For the Love of Gardening. And I'm going to have plenty still here on Much Ado About Something. So that I'm glad you joined me today and I was able to share some things with you. Looks like the garden fared pretty good, just except for a few flowers there. Now I'll have a lot going on. We got that mulch, or that compost put out. That was a good thing. Donald did buy grass seed so that he could put it back over here where the mulch pile was. You know, we had this town delivered that free here to us, and it was some of the best compost I have seen in a long time. It was leaf compost, and it looked like it had composted for at least 2 years, so it was ready to go in the garden. And we just had it dumped right here because we don't have a lot of other places we could have put a big pile of mulch like that, waiting for it to come out. Now it looks rough. It has rained on it. We will aerate it a little bit, throw that grass seed on it, and this right here will come back and you'll never even know that it was there. So it doesn't look too much like anything got bit back by the cold last night, and that's good. Some things survived the cold. It was probably 39, maybe 37, 39 last night, and that was cold. But everything's looking good. On to the next step of getting some things going in the garden, getting things looking beautiful. Now the red roses are almost spent, but they sure were beautiful this year too. The pink ones may bloom most of the summer too. It may bloom into the summer too. The knockout roses bloomed early, but there'll be some more blooms will be coming back on them. You can see a lot of these roses were spent. I'll have to get out here with the snips and do a little bit of cleaning up. You can hear the birds. They're happy this morning. Lots and lots of things that need to be done. But so pretty, so many pretty things out here. This honeysuckle smells so good. Really, really good. Let me check this wheelbarrow back here. I want to make sure this thing doesn't dry out. All the miniature roses are blooming in the back. Oh, it still looks okay. I've got to cut all this wisteria off of this and get this wheelbarrow planted. So when you come up and see it, I want it to look like it's spilling out. The hosta's doing okay in there. The creeping Jenny, that's what we call that. It's still a little damp out here, not real dry. It's holding on to the rain. Look at the blackberries. Oh, these blackberries are loving it where they're at. They're going to do really, really good. Doesn't look like long, and these will be ripe. Ready for some fresh eating and maybe for some jam. This will be ready to plant soon. Let some of these cold nights get past and we'll be ready to get the garden planted, composted, and ready to go. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm glad that you came along. Thank you for sticking to the end. Remember to subscribe, hype, share, comment. Let somebody else that you think will like this channel know about it. I appreciate all that you do. I'm a small channel and every little bit helps me. Thank you for being here today. And like always, until next time.